Once upon a time, in a world swirling with magic and mystery, a wizard named Wally was born. This was no ordinary world, but a realm where the impossible was possible, and the mundane was merely a myth. In this bewitching world, Wally came into being, imbued with a captivating charm and a wit as sharp as a dragon's fang. Wally was not your run-of-the-mill wizard either. He had an enchanting ability that set him apart from the rest: the power to manipulate time. Whether it was bending moments into hours or shrinking days into seconds, Wally was the master of temporal trickery. This ability, coupled with his inherent charm and wit, made him a beloved figure in his world of magic and mystery. As he grew, so did his curiosity and thirst for magical adventures. And so our charming, time-bending wizard Wally embarked on his journey filled with whimsy and wonder. Wally, being the curious wizard he was, found himself in a bit of a magical mishap. This was not just any ordinary day for Wally. Today was the day when his insatiable curiosity got the better of him, leading him to a magical misadventure that would prove unforgettable. Wally had always been fascinated by the intricate workings of time. The way it moved, unyielding and unchanging, was something that piqued his interest. So, one fine day, he decided to meddle with it. He thought, what if I could alter the course of time? What if I could reverse it? That was the beginning of Wally's magical mishap. With a wave of his wand and a flick of his wrist, Wally cast a spell he wasn't quite sure of. And just like that, he had done it. He had reversed time. But as the seconds started moving backward, Wally quickly realized his mistake. His town, once bustling with life, was now a chaotic mess. People were moving in reverse, the sun was rising in the west, and the town's clock was ticking backward. Wally's experiment had turned his town upside down, but Wally was not one to panic. He was a wizard after all, and wizards are known for their quick thinking and problem-solving skills. So he took a deep breath and started thinking of a solution. After pondering over several possibilities, he finally came up with a plan. He decided to cast a counterspell, one that would reverse the effects of his earlier spell and bring things back to normal. With a steady hand and a clear mind, Wally cast the counterspell, and slowly but surely, things began to fall back into place. The sun moved back to the east, people started moving forward, and the town's clock started ticking in the right direction. With a sigh of relief, Wally fixed the timeline, returning his town back to normal, proving that even wizards make mistakes. But Wally's magical mishap was a valuable lesson. It taught him the importance of responsibility and the consequences of unchecked curiosity. And that's the story of Wally's first major adventure, a magical mishap that turned into a lesson for a lifetime. Every wizard needs a wand, and Wally's was no ordinary wand. Wally's wand was a character in itself, a sentient artifact of magic with a mind of its own. It was as whimsical as Wally himself, sometimes even more so. Crafted from the heartwood of a 1,000-year-old whimsy willow, the wand was imbued with a distinctive personality, a dash of feistiness, and a generous dose of magic. It wasn't just an instrument for casting spells, but a partner in every adventure, a confidant, and a friend. The relationship between Wally and his wand was akin to a dance, a dynamic interplay of magic and mischief. There were moments of frustration, of course. The wand had its own ideas about how things should be done and wasn't afraid to assert itself. But that's what made their relationship so special. It was a partnership, a give and take, a mutual respect for each other's whimsical ways. Together, they cast spells that were as unique as they were effective. When Wally swung his wand, it wasn't just about the magic that erupted from its tip. It was about the bond they shared, the understanding they had, and the fun they enjoyed. The wand, sensing Wally's intentions, would add its own twist, making each spell a surprise for everyone involved, including Wally himself. There was the time they tried to conjure a rainstorm and ended up with a shower of rainbow-colored bubbles, or when they attempted to levitate a feather and instead set it spinning like a top, dancing its way across the room. There were mishaps, yes, but each one was a lesson, a step towards understanding each other better. Through it all, Wally and his wand grew together, their bond deepening with every spell cast, every adventure undertaken. They learned from their mistakes, celebrated their successes, and most importantly, they had fun. They were a team, a duo, partners in whimsy. Their magic was not just about the spells they cast, but also about the friendship they shared. Wally and his wand, despite their ups and downs, made a uniquely whimsical team. They proved that magic wasn't just about power or control, but about creativity, fun, and a little bit of whimsy. One day, Wally found himself on a time-twisting adventure that he would never forget. As our tale unfolds, Wally, the whimsical wizard, stumbles upon a magical artifact, a clock with no hands. Little does he know that this clock is a time portal, a gateway to his past and future selves. With a simple touch, Wally is whisked through the currents of time, finding himself face to face with his younger self, a shy and timid apprentice still learning the ropes of wizardry. The young Wally, surprised and a bit scared, looks at his future self in wide-eyed wonder. Our Wally, ever the kind-hearted wizard, reassures his past self, instilling confidence and hope for the magical journey that lies ahead. Just when Wally thinks he's got the hang of this time travel thing, he's whisked away yet again, this time landing in his own future. He finds himself in the company of an older, wiser Wally, a seasoned wizard with a twinkle in his eyes and a wealth of knowledge at his fingertips. This future Wally is surprisingly calm, having experienced this time-twisting event before. He helps our Wally understand the nature of the time loop and how to navigate it. They work together, combining their wisdom and magic to break the loop and return our Wally to his own time. Throughout this adventure, Wally learns valuable lessons about his own potential, the importance of self-belief, and the power of cooperation. He learns to adapt and think on his feet, using his wit and cleverness to navigate the complex twists and turns of time. But perhaps the most important lesson Wally learns is one of humility. He realizes that despite his growth and the magical prowess he's gained over the years, he still has much to learn. He understands that his past and future selves, each at different stages of their wizarding journey, have their own strengths and wisdom to offer. Wally, ever the humble wizard, thanked his past and future selves for their help, reminding us that teamwork makes the dream work. And with that, Wally's time-twisting adventure comes to a close, leaving him a little wiser, a little more humble, and a whole lot more magical. Through all his adventures, Wally learned many lessons, but there was one that stood out among the rest. In the magical realm where Wally resided, every day was an opportunity for learning and growth. Each new sunrise brought with it a fresh set of challenges, enchantments, and spells to master. But the most valuable lessons Wally learned were not about magic. They were about life. Wally's whimsical adventures were filled with magical mishaps and time-twisting escapades. He made countless mistakes, fumbled with spells, and even got himself into some rather precarious situations. But instead of letting these missteps discourage him, Wally, true to his wizardly nature, chose to see them as opportunities for learning. He realized that every blunder, every error, was a stepping stone towards becoming a wiser, more skilled wizard. The value of learning from one's mistakes was a lesson that Wally held close to his heart. It was a constant reminder that perfection isn't achieved overnight, but rather, it's a journey of continuous growth, learning, and self-improvement. But that wasn't all. Wally also discovered the power of teamwork during his whimsical adventures. He learned that even a wizard, with all his spells and enchantments, could not do everything alone. There were times when he needed the help of his magical friends, and times when they needed him. And so, he learned to value the strength of unity, the magic of collaboration, and the power of friendships. This made Wally not just a better wizard, but also a better friend, a better member of his magical community. It was a testament to his growth and maturation. His whimsical adventures had transformed him, not just in terms of his magical prowess, but in his understanding of life and its many complexities. In the end, Wally's journey was about more than just magic and whimsy. It was about growth, learning, and the wisdom gained from experiences. It was about understanding the importance of mistakes and the power of teamwork. It was about becoming not just a better wizard, but a better individual. Wally's adventures may have been whimsical, but the wisdom he gained was real and profound. Wally the wizard's whimsical adventures were just the beginning of his magical journey. From the moment he was born into the world of wizardry, Wally's life has been a whirlwind of magical mishaps and whimsical wand exploits. We've watched as he experimented with enchantments, tangled with time, and gleaned wisdom from wizards wiser than himself. Each adventure a stepping stone on his path to becoming a true wizard. He's made mistakes, oh, plenty of them, but each blunder only served to strengthen his magical mettle. With every fumbled spell and time-twisted tale, Wally has grown, not just in his magical prowess, but in his courage, kindness, and resilience. And of course, each adventure has left us with a sense of wonder, a dash of laughter, and a whole lot of anticipation for what's to come. For every tale told, there are countless others waiting in the wings. And so, Wally continues his magical journey, leaving us to